Welcome back, and in this demo lesson we're going to step through how you can handle basic cost management of an AWS account. I'm going to explain what the AWS free tier is, and we're going to set up a budget within our AWS account so we can closely monitor any spend as we move through the course. Now it's my intention this course will stay as much as possible within the AWS free tier, but you do need to know how to effectively monitor usage within the platform. Now attached to this lesson is a link which details all of the offers which are available within the AWS free tier. Now products within AWS either provide free trials which give you short-term free trial offers. Some services provide access for 12 months for free. Some services are always free or a certain allocation. Now this page, the AWS free tier overview, gives you an overview of all of the different free elements of all of the AWS products. So you can see, for example, that for the first 12 months you're provided with 750 hours per month of access to certain EC2 instances. You can see that you receive 5 gigabytes of standard storage on Amazon S3, and you're given 750 hours of certain types of Amazon RDS instance. Now, many products within the platform give you access to a certain allocation, and this page details all of those allocations, so it's definitely something that you should take a look at. Now inside AWS account you have access to a number of tools which provide really granular access to what services are consuming things within your AWS account. You're able to see services which transfer data, you're able to see if you're consuming space within S3 buckets and what region. You get access to very granular tooling within AWS. Now to do this, just make sure that you are logged in as the account root user of the general AWS account, and then click on this drop down and go ahead and click on My Billing Dashboard. This is going to take us to the billing console, which is the central point that you need to use to interact with any of the AWS billing services. Now at this point my AWS account is brand new, and so it doesn't have any usage listed on this page. What you're able to do is to click on Bills, and you can click on the Date drop down and see an overview of any usage for both the current unbilled month as well as any previous bills. You're also able to see any payments, any credits. Further down the line you can see cost and usage reports. You're able to go into the Cost Explorer product and get really granular views over any spends within your account. And this page will provide a really good overview of the spend last month, the month to date, as well as a forecast spend for the current month. It's a really good way to see how much your estimated bill is likely to be. So as we move through the course, this is something that I want you to come back to and evaluate your usage on a constant basis. What I also recommend to all of my students is to click on Billing Preferences and then check all of these boxes. So check that you want to receive a PDF invoice by email. By default, you will receive an email every month to let you know that your bill is ready. But if you don't check this box, then you have to log into the AWS account to see that bill. If you check this box, it will be delivered along with the email, so that's really useful. You should also check Receive Free Tier Usage Alerts, because this will notify you if you're approaching any of the usage thresholds for the AWS free tier. And you should go ahead and put your email address in this box to receive those alerts. And then finally, you should probably go ahead and check this final box to receive billing alerts. Now, once you've checked all of those, make sure that you click on Save Preferences, which will activate all of those options. It's a fairly common thing to forget to do that, and this will impact later parts of the course, so make sure that you do click Save Preferences. Now, what I want to do at this point is to create a cost budget. So on the menu on the left, go ahead and click on Budgets. Budgets are a really effective way which allow you to monitor your spend and configure alerts as you approach certain percentages of that desired spend. So it's a really good way to manage the costs of your AWS account. So let's go ahead and click on Create a Budget. What you might see is that budget creation is limited. You need to enable Cost Explorer. Go ahead and click on Enable Cost Explorer. Click on Launch Cost Explorer. We're just going to make sure that this is enabled. And it's going to say that it's going to take some time to prepare your cost and usage data. Please check back in 24 hours. In my case, I'm just going to check, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Budgets again, and then create a budget. Now we don't have to wait for that to complete because we're going to create a cost budget. There are different types of budget you can create: a cost budget, usage budget, savings plan budget, and reservation budget. We're going to create a cost budget. So select that option, scroll down, click to move on. A budget allows you to set a budget amount, receive alerts, and monitor your account spend against this budget. So we want to create a monthly budget. It needs to be a recurring budget. It's going to be a fixed budget, and you need to enter an amount that you're comfortable spending. Now again, we're going to try to make this course as much within the free tier as possible, but you need to enter an amount that you're willing to spend every month. In my case, I'm going to put $10 US. Then I'm going to scroll up to the top. I'm going to call it monthly 10 USD budget. Move on to the next screen. Then I'm going to create an alert threshold because I don't want to be notified when I reach the budget level. I want to be notified beforehand. So I'm going to click on Add an Alert Threshold. I'm going to enter 50, so 50% of budgeted amount. Leave the trigger set to actual, and then you can enter your email address in the email recipients. So enter that, and then move on to the next screen. Move on to the next screen again, review all of the information, and click on Create Budget. Now at this point the budget's created, everything should look good, and it will take up to 24 hours to populate all of your spend data. That's all good. All I want to make sure is that you know how to create a budget. As I mentioned before, for this course we're going to keep it as much in the free tier as possible, but if you are creating production accounts which have real business usage, then you do need to get into the habit of creating budgets. Now at this point, that's everything that you'll need to do for this demo. Go ahead and complete the video, and when you're ready, I'll look forward to you joining me in the next.